Hi everybody, it's Darren Scott Monroe. I want to tell you about this guy named Kieran McDonogh. And he is out of New Zealand, and I call him K-Mac. So, that's his official nickname. He has no choice. You have to call him K-Mac, even if he doesn't want to be called that. That's his name officially, all right? Me and Jimmy Riley like it, so we're going to call him K-Mac. He's K-Mac officially, okay? But you know what? If it wasn't for K-Mac, I don't know. I was looking at roughly maybe somewhere between 300 and 500 sales. I got 2,000 sales around the world of my fast cash crisis. And I definitely give credit to Kieran McDonogh for that. Now keep in mind, I want to clarify something for you. And I know you're a serious player if you're seeing this video because Kieran probably forwarded it on to you. And I want you to understand something. Kieran took care of some things and I took care of some things. First of all, I had to take care of A and B and just have someone see me through. All right. What I mean by that is that I had to create the product. I had to do the work. I had to make sure it happened. Kieran came in with key pointers, key little things that really helped me make changes. And at the same time, he reached out to the right people and saw, and connected me with them and made a difference. And that's all I needed was just that little extra something. I already had my ducks in a row. I had everything ready to go. If you already think you got it down, you've already made some sales, you already have some experience, so you're thinking, who's this kid coming up telling me he can help me out? No. That's the way I was thinking. Seriously, I thought when this guy reached out to me, and he reached out to me, he said, "Hey, Darren, I really think you have an ability to be a star. You have really do great." And I'm thinking, yeah, right, whatever. Been in the music business, entertainment business for 16 years. So when I hear all of that, I'm like, yeah. Plus, I didn't know who he was from Adam. This wasn't somebody I had met before who I had a long-term or at least a medium-term relationship with. This was a guy who I met through a Skype chat. And I'm thinking, yeah, okay. So we ended up making a deal, and I looked at him and I was like, yeah, okay, I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm going to do everything I can to make sure it does, because if it doesn't, I know exactly who I'm going to talk about. See, I'm politically incorrect. I'll tell you if, Kieran was an SOB and a pain in the butt. Well, he's a SOB anyway. Never mind. But he's a good guy. Seriously. No, he's basically a great guy, and he's been able to help me just tremendously. And, here's the thing I want you to understand. Again, I held my own. Now, I had to take care of 2/3 of this, so I can't give this all to Kieran, but I certainly can't give it all to me. I can't say I made $2,000, but I certainly put myself into place to make $2,000, and a few key things that Kieran did to help. Look at it like this. You got, and I'm from Chicago, so I'm going to give you a sports example. So if you're not in America, forgive me, but I'm sure you heard of Michael Jordan, right? And his coach, Phil Jackson. Phil Jackson came in. Phil Jackson didn't do the dunks for Michael. Phil Jackson didn't do the shots for Michael. Phil Jackson just helped Michael and the team do the right things, key things. And that's what Coach K-Mac did, a.k.a. Kieran McDonogh. He helped pull some key things out that I didn't think would work in the WSO arena that turned out to work. I mean, I knew it worked outside of the WSO arena, but hey, he lent some serious insight to that. And it wasn't something that was just, brand new that you had never heard of. He went for straight up practical, common sense methodologies that really worked, a success trait. So highly suggest that you definitely do business with them. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me at DarrenMonroe.com and reach contact and say, hey, Darren, is he really the real deal, or did you just do that video for him because he helped you sell 2,000 copies? No. He's a good guy, and you really should do business with him. You should really take him seriously, okay? Go ahead and do it. If you have any questions, reach out to me. But, hey, he's got my vote 2,000 sales later. Hey, I was expecting 500, okay? So let's be real. I was expecting 500. And yes, I would go as far as to say that I might have made, even if I made 1,000 of those sales, he brought an extra 1,000. I mean, can you put a price on that? And what that meant for me financially was there was 1,100% on the front end that that everybody got, all of the affiliates got 100%. So I didn't really make that money, but on the back end I was converting at 20% because I followed some of the key things that Kieran said, and really came up with something that really worked and converted really well at 20%. So if you do the math on that, even if you gave them 1,000 copies, 20%, that's 200 people at $17. Okay, so that's over that's over $2,000. Okay, or over, actually more than that. That's let me make sure I got my numbers right. $3,400, and half of that money was mine directly. Okay, but then there were other things that happened when I had this business. It just kept coming in. I kept getting affiliate sales on the back end. I kept getting all sorts of sales from my other previous WSOs. So I mean, there's extra couple of thousand that came out of that alone without me doing a thing other than having my download page set up right. So by all means, use Kieran. Kieran is totally worth it. Thank you, Kieran. All right, take care. I'm Darren Scott Monroe. Thank you so much for your time.